And as President Trump heightens tensions with Venezuela by air and sea, he is also saying the U.S. could start targeting alleged Venezuelan drug traffickers via land. Here's what he said.
We've almost stopped. It's about 85% stopped by sea. You probably noticed that. People aren't wanting to be delivering by sea. And we'll be starting to stop them by land also. The land is easier, but that's going to start very soon. We warn them. Stop sending poison to our country.
Here with us now is NewsNation senior national security contributor, Lieutenant General Richard Newton. Lieutenant General, welcome back. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Good morning, Hannah. Good to be with you.
Let's get your reaction to how all of this is playing out. First to President Trump saying that the Venezuelan airspace should be closed. Now, this is unprecedented for another president to make this kind of decision on another country. We heard Maduro's response. He's calling this colonialism, extravagant, unjust, condemning the threat. What are your thoughts?
Well, first and foremost, I think it's prudent of the United States and through the president's announcement of closing the airspace, that tells me that perhaps combatant operations could be forthcoming here imminently. My term of imminent could be within the next 24 to 96 hours. However, I've been making commentary on that the last week or so, but we've got quite an armada of U.S. capability. The American way of war is overwhelming force, and you're seeing that right here on your screen with regard to operations in the Caribbean. We've got about 20% of U.S. Navy firepower in the Caribbean. We haven't seen this for decades in that part of the world. Last time was an uphold democracy operation in Haiti. So this is significant, but the president's made it very clear that closing the airspace, I think, is a prudent move, actually, and we could be seeing military operations here pretty soon.
U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth defended strikes in the Caribbean after a report in the Washington Post. This has gotten a lot of traction, as you know, Lieutenant General. He said he ordered to, quote, kill them all on the alleged drug boats. Now, the House Armed Services Committee, along with bipartisan support from the Senate, are planning to investigate these operations. Based on your experience, sir, what do these investigations look like, taking a step back and from a military perspective?
Well, first and foremost, this is all just in the media right now, but it certainly has the attention of the Congress, I think appropriately so. Orders should be based on law of armed conflict and so forth. And I think you'll probably see, from the House and the Senate, and I would presume bipartisan, it should be through the House Armed Services Committee and perhaps the Senate Armed Services Committee, to take a look at whatever operations are under question back in September. But I think there's a larger issue here, Anna, and that is I think it's up to the administration now to really engage with the Congress, both in the House and Senate, to talk about the strategy in the Caribbean, specifically against Venezuela. What is the strategic plan? What is the end game here? I think it's important that engage with the Congress. However, I believe that we've been wringing our hands of these drug operations, really for decades. I actually applaud the administration, applaud the president for I think finally about perhaps going out and doing something here. Maduro is the head of state. He is the president of Venezuela. But what makes it unique and special in this case is the fact that he's also directly tied to these narco traffickers that, end of the day, harm the American people. So there is justification here, in my view, of using military force. However, I believe you ought to be engaging the president, ought to be engaging the Congress, and make sure that we understand what are the ends, what are the ways, what are the means in terms of what we're trying to achieve here.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.